Hi, Nick Duffy here from Nick Duffy Golf and MMG Golf Performance. Here to talk a little bit about ball position in your putting stroke, or ball position in your putting game. Just basically the big gist of this video, I want to make sure that you as a player can actually set up a drill that basically is going to help you day in, day out achieve a solid, consistent putting, should I say ball position, and then from then be able to transfer this over to the golf course. So I built a little tee station here. It's not the most complicated setup, just an easy way to kind of give me a day in, day out feel. One thing I like to always do is make sure when I am putting, or when my players always have a pretty consistent ball position when they putt. What I've seen over the years from myself and from other players is they either get bad about the width of their stance, because as I change the width of my stance, also where this ball will be in relation in my stance will change. I'll see players who get bad about where their weight stays in their putting. So weight too far forward, may start out in a pretty good spot. Now all of a sudden that ball's too far back. Ball position gets too far, weight gets too far back, ball position gets too far forward. So when we start making errors like that, or changes like that, you'll start seeing changes in how you dynamically deliver this putter. What players tend to do, or what the putter does, if you have the ball position constantly changing, you're delivering sometimes too much loft, too little loft, and also the opening and closing of this putter. So if the ball is more forward, you're going to tend to get a little bit more left pull bias, adding a little bit more loft. If everything stays equal. Ball too far back, you're delivering a little bit more open face, a little more de-lofted putter. So whenever we are putting, it's very key to make sure we have a pretty consistent delivery of that putter. We don't want to add or take away. We don't want to actually pull or push too much either. So a big thing is just to consistently every day when we are doing our coordinating, our calibrating for our putting, to find a good consistent place to set up. You could use something like this, a little quick tee station, nothing too complicated to make. Just make sure we kind of get a good baseline. I like to kind of always make sure I have a good consistent stance. So on your putter, you can mark when you're putting your best. You know, you go through a day of training, marker, kind of where you want your feet to stay, and then you can put a mark down from where you want that ball position to be. So you put 3 little lines. You could use a ruler to measure exactly where this is. So every day, you know, all right, so when I'm putting my best, just say, if we're just using it like this, I'll put my left foot will be at, say, where the 1 is. My ball position's at like 7, and my right foot's at 17, right? So every player's gonna change a little bit. Everyone's gonna be a little bit different. The thing is, you just gotta be consistent. Because if you're good at delivering the same amount of loft every time, it's going to help you with your speed, start line, a lot of other areas, a lot of skills in golf. So once again, day in, day out, this type of stuff is going to help you improve your putting without you having to spend a ton of time. Just help you calibrate for the day, get your whole day started on a good foot. So once again, if we get a good little drill like this, I feel my weight here. I could even use the gravity of the putter to be able to feel, you know, exactly where that start line, that kind of neutral line is, and then from there hit putts, working on, you know, putting it in the same position every time, trying to consistently get the same setup, so I'm not adding or basically de-lofting this putter too much. Being able to do stuff like this day in, day out is going to make you a better putter. Buying a new putter, just going for quick little fixes and quick little gimmicks is not going to do it. Day in, day out, quality work is going to help you. This type of work will take you not that long before you play golf, just to calibrate yourself, make sure the putter's in a good spot, you're delivering the right amount of loft every time, and should help you enjoy your day a little bit more. Hopefully this helps you out. Any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you. Okay, now alternating this drill just slightly. So what I've done now, instead of just taking it from me in a tee station, I've actually used the ruler again to make sure we got a good, proper distance from the ball. So what I've talked about before in my previous videos about using Capto and some of my tendencies as a putter, I'm one who tends to get too far away. So when I get too far away, I tend to swing the putter a little too far in. Then I get too far out, kind of goes along with my golf swing. So for me, it's very important to get that proper distance from the ball. It's very important for most players to do it because, once again, kind of going back to even what we see with adding or de-lofting a putter, it's very similar for distance from the ball. Strike on the toe, strike on the heel. So if I get too far away from, the ball, my tendency is going to be this putter is going to want to travel a bit in and have a bit of toe strikes, right? So it's going to affect your path, and it's also going to affect where you're hitting it on the face, which is going to affect, once again, the entry that ball is going to come off and a little bit of the face angle. And the other way, if I get too close to it, now I'm going to get more of a arcing the other way stroke, so a little more out to out stroke, which you'll see a lot with players who get too far, their eyes too far over the ball, too close to the ball. So that's a bad place to start as a player if you want to gain consistency. So going back to what I talked a little bit about in your setup and kind of like your calibration before you start playing, using a drill like this in your putting is going to help you find that consistent spot every time. So I could put the ball about 2 inches away from the stick to make sure I get enough room for my putter head. I put my feet to where I like them, which is right around the 11. Gets my eyes to a good spot. And now I can leave it there and hit putts and be good to go for my training. So using drills like this, using a ruler, using basically putting markers down on your alignment sticks can just make your day way easier without having to think about a ton of stuff or like, oh my gosh, how far away do I want to be again? You drop the ball, try to figure it out. This is kind of little cheat code stuff to kind of help you do it a bit easier or a bit faster when you're getting ready for your round of golf. Because I know when I'm calibrating, when I want to go play a round of golf, I don't always have the most time to warm up. I want to go do it quickly. So doing something like this quickly before I go play can help me a lot with day in, day out, making sure this putter's not doing anything goofy or my setup's not too goofy to hinder what I'm trying to do in my daily routine on the putting green. So hopefully this drill helps you out. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. Hi. Hopefully this video helped you out. If you liked it, please like my video. Please subscribe. Please put a comment down asking any questions or just anything that may do with the video. If you need any suggestions or you want to suggest another video for me, please let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to try to shoot them. I'm always looking for good ideas. So any way I can help out the viewers of this channel, please let me know. Hopefully these tips help you out and will continue to improve your game.